Hello, footies, and welcome back to another episode of Foot in Review Shorts. My name is John, and today is Thursday, the 31st of October, and it is the start of the second season in FC25. With it comes some changes to the rival system. Today brings us two-player SBC, marquee matchups, and of course, we'll look into the rewards of progressing this season this time around. Let's go without further ado into taking a deep dive into the SBCs first, because we did get some interesting SBCs to kick off the season. And first, but definitely not least, is the return of a legend. Robbie Keane is back. Robbie Keane already has a hero card, an 86 rated hero card, but today it brings in an SBC 85 rated and comes in at a whopping 287,000 coins. He's a 4-star skill move, 4-star weak foot player with 5'8" or 175 centimeters tall. He has a striker role, of course, and only a striker, yes, and a poacher plus, a false 9 plus, and an advanced forward plus on him. He is pretty fast with 91 acceleration and 89 sprint speed, and decent finishing with 85 finishing, and of course 85 attacking position with 89 composure, 89 dribbling, 91 ball control, and 94 reactions. This is actually a pretty cool card. But here lies the question. On playstyles, he has the power shot plus, he had the regular chip shot and the regular finesse shot. Lots of options, of course, with the first touch and the technical and the Trivela, the regular one. So pretty good on playstyles. He is, like I said, more than 280,000 coins. But to really compare it, we should have a look at his hero card, who is currently, also because he dropped 30,000 in the last hour or so, currently 260,000. So the 86 rated non-SBC version of Robbie Keane is 20,000 coins less expensive than the other card. It is also 4-star, 4-star. He doesn't have the same rules. He has advanced forward plus plus and a false 9 plus. So he definitely misses one rule there. He misses the poacher plus on him. So poacher and false 9 on the new SBC, and the regular card has a false 9 and the advanced forward plus plus. So the poacher plus disappeared from that. If we go into the playstyles, he does not have the power shot. He does have the chip shot plus and the finesse shot. And yes, Trivela is technical, but he does not have the first touch. I think the other one has as well. So if we have a look quickly and comparing these two in the playstyles again, the first touch and the power shot plus are pretty nice pretty nice playstyles to have on a striker. The stats themselves, though, we can easily compare those. The stats themselves, the 86 rated is slightly slower, but the shooting stats are much better. The weird thing is, though, that the 86 rated, the one with the better shooting, has less composure. That makes this a really hard card to compare. And I have to be honest, the playstyles do make a lot of difference for me. A power shot plus plus card, or power shot plus, of course, playstyle on this one is pretty good. I am just unsure, looking at the shooting stats. You have to boost it, of course. I think it almost needs to have a Hawk, this card. Yeah, Hawk is where you want to go. It's a lot of coin for a striker, but I don't think you can go wrong with this striker. But I tend to find, I try to find a way in these short episodes to think about, can I recommend this player? I don't want to rate him because next week there's next new players and these ratings don't hold on over the whole season, right? And if you have a better way for me to say, John, can you rate him like this so we can at least know the value of SBC, that's good. But is this, I look at it as two ways. I think, is this a card that's worth the value? Would you buy a similar rated card on the market? My answer is yes, because the regular one is just a little bit less expensive, but is actually has lesser playstyles. So 280, 88, it's actually, I don't think it's a very bad value card. So I would definitely do that. The other one I wanted to say is other one where I want to rate these cards on is this a must do? Are you going to regret not doing this SBC? And that can either be because it's a tremendous value or it is just so good that you can't really go without. And then if I look at this card, I don't think that is the case. I don't think this card is a must do. There are better strikers available for lesser money. Um, four star is nice, but not the end of be all. Advance forward, you either like it or you don't. I don't think that's really is. And I do think the Power Shot Plus does help, but there's also more cards with Power Shot Plus that are better value. I don't think it's a must do. If this would be like 50,000 less, I think it's almost a must do. For now, it's weird recommending let's put it like this. The one reason I'm doubting is it's weird recommending a striker that doesn't have great shooting, although his composure is better. So I wouldn't say it's a must do. I think this is a good do card, but I do think the value of this SBC is decent, reasonably valued. Why did he actually get this card though? I was wondering why did he actually get this card? And it is called On This Day, celebrate iconic moments throughout the year with the On This Day player program. And it's a pretty cool program, honestly, featuring special player items or heroes and icons. This marks the first release with Robbie Keane's standout performance for Coventry City on October 31st, 1999, featuring a special player as received to honor his goal and assist in their 4-0 victory over Watford. I have to be honest, I wasn't following football that well in 1999, especially not Premier League, and that's definitely not Watford versus Coventry City. So I'm pretty happy he got it, but I don't know if it makes sense. But it's cool to get a new hero card. The one thing I don't like about this card, if I'm quite honest, is the design. I think the normal hero cards are much more better looking. All right, second player we got on the list today to talk about is a FIFA legend, I'd say. It is none other than Florian Thauvin. Florian Thauvin these days plays um, for Juve, not for Juventus, for Udinese, of course, but he's wearing black and white. And Udinese does play the next match versus Juventus, which is why I was a little bit confused there for a second. He comes in at 28,000 coins, 35 on PC. He is a four star, a 5'11" or a 181 centimeter players. And like I said, four star, advanced forward plus, and false 9 plus. Looking at his playstyles, he's got Trivella, he's got the aerial, technical, press proven, finesse shot, no power shot, unfortunately, but no pluses. And on stats, honestly, his shooting stats are weird. Just going to mention it, it's weird. He has 80 finishing, 81 attacking position, but his composure is 87, so that's decent. But he has 94 shot power and 92 long shots. But the weird thing is, he doesn't have like the power shot or the death ball on it, and which would be, I think, a fair representative of this card. Yeah, penalties and volleys, of course, are all nice and all, but do really matter. What is cool is he has 97 curve, but then again, no plus on one of those finesse playstyles, which also doesn't make sense. So if I look at this card, I think it's a weird card with a cool dynamic image. That's not the thing I'm going to complain about. But the stats compared to the playstyles and the rules, it just doesn't like perfectly make sense for me. But then again, I just said I'm going to rate these cards in two ways. Is it good value for money? It's 28,000 coins for an 86 rated striker with decent stats and French nationality, so easy to link. So I think it's definitely worth the value. So it's a yay for me on the value wise from this card. And the second reason is this a must do SBC? Are you going to regret not doing this SBC? Well, I don't think you're going to regret if you don't do this SBC. I, for one, I don't think I'm going to do it. But you need French players later on for objectives. You need French players to make things linkable. It is a pretty cool card to have in your club available to go. And for this kind of money, you can't really like go wrong with it. Um, if you look at the challenge itself, it's a what is it? It's an 82 rated squad. It is a 81 rated squad and an 83 rated squad. You can probably do this with your tube storage, right? Especially at the start of the season. I'm not saying it's a must do, but I almost think this is you should really consider doing this card, even if it's only for future use. So not a super special card, but definitely a good value card. And I think definitely worth considering doing them just to make sure you get some options later on in the game. Of course, it's also time for marquee matchups on a Thursday. Every single Thursday, there's marquee matchups. And today's marquee matchup brings us Ajax versus PSV, Borussia Dortmund versus Leipzig, Lille versus Olympique Lyonnais, and Newcastle United versus Arsenal. And together, it is 14,000 coins or 13,500 on the consoles. The packs aren't brilliant. I guess it sort of fits the value of it. But I always said, like every single week, these marquee matchups, as long as it's not too expensive to do, like somewhere underneath 25k in total, usually is my line. It's just worth trying. Just get some fodder and get some packs in. And I don't know about you. Let me know in the comments on the Spotify video or the YouTube video. I have a tremendous amount of tube storage. It's always on 100 lately, also because I don't pack anything useful. But I need some things to do anyways with those cards. And it's not like I've got an 186 rated players in that SBC storage. No, it's usually about, let's say, 82s, 83s most of the time. And these SBCs, these camel SBCs, especially for this price, I think marquee matchups will just keep doing them until there's something weird or there's something very valuable available in those. Last, no, not least, there's a new season in FC25, season number 2. And season number 2 brings us a couple of changes. The biggest change, I should say, has to do with the point system. Until this week, we needed 45 points to get the extra rewards, the upgraded rewards in Rivals. So we have the normal rewards and we have the upgrade rewards. For the normal rewards, you need to have 15 points within the week. So before Thursday morning, you need 15 points. And for the upgrade rewards, you needed 45 points or 15 wins. Of course, draws do matter here. They changed that. There's been a lot of feedback. I think I wasn't having much of an issue, if I'm honest. I said most of the time I would consider just focusing, either you're doing Rivals or not, and just focus on 15. Anything extra is a bonus. They made it 15 for the regular rewards, so that stayed exactly the same. But they changed the upgraded rewards to 35 points. So that's 10 points less, making even a draw more reasonable to do to get into this. There must be some feedback going on. I think everyone had a certain opinion on 45 points. 35 points sounds much more reasonable for everyone. I think it's good. Yeah, just give people these rewards. I also would like to know if you guys, and girls, of course, that are listening to the show, have packed anything this year from rewards, because mine have been absolutely horrendous. So a new rival system, but hey, it's also a new hub ladder, or how you call it, season 2 Centurions, which also says something probably what's coming on this Friday. But the Centurions season brings us not 40 levels to grind towards, but it brings us 35 levels to grind upon. We have 27 days or 28 days in total, I think. 28 days in total to get 35 levels. And here's a weird one. There are some fun players in this. We get an Martinez card level 3, but he's alone. So I don't really know if that's really cool. We get another, Squad for Nations final level 5. We get a Centurions Grealish loan on level 8. A Malen loan on level 9. Another squad foundations on level 11. But if I just go through this, there's a couple of players picks. The first card that stands out is the level 15 card, Tolisa, which does look reasonable to get. It's not a loan; it is actually a card. So I think that's the first card where I'm like, oh no, everything until that one, meh. From level 15 on, I'm like, okay, that could be decent, nice to work in. Another interesting card is at level 20. The Squad Foundation's Carpenter does look like a very nice right back, except she's going to be really hard to link as being from New Zealand and the league in female variant. So that's all. I think it's hard link, but that is a pretty cool card. And then at level 25, there's another loan, Centurion Martinez. But that's weird because we already had a loan Martinez at level 3. While recording this, EA has actually sent out a message that they are looking into it, and it was not intended for the level 25 and the level 34 card, which will be there in a moment, to be like loans. They need to be steady cards. And if I think, okay, Martinez at level 25 is honestly pretty cool. Another icon loan at level 26. Again, meh, do what you want. Another icon loan and Turam actually at level 29. These are all timed rewards as well. So once you unlock it and redeem it, you got to play them basically. But nothing special pack. Level 31 brings us an 86 times 2. Could be nice. Of course, we have another evolution unlock specialty cosmetic item at 32. I really liked last season, so that's decent. Level 34 brings us a Maland card or a Centurion Gorillas card. And these are not loans if they fix it, although it does advertise as being loans currently. If I look at all these rewards, and shouldn't forget the level 35 reward is 100 rare players rated 75 or above. So it will definitely help with your fodder. But I'm going to be very, very, very honest. This new season, this grind in season 2 feels very underwhelming, generally speaking. We got a message a couple of times today. There's been talks about a premium season pass. This feels, and Daniel admitted, Daniel sent this as well just before we recorded this show. Well, I actually had sort of the statement ready, but let's just take Daniel's statement. Daniel says this new seasons feels very much like EA is lowering expectations. So the next season they can unleash the paid pass. I gotta agree with him here. It's not extremely disappointed, but it is not very motivating to grind out the game. If you had 45 games to grind, you might pick up a couple of these things, the SPs, well along the way. If you have 35 points, it's less enticing to do that through rivals, for example. And combine that with the fact there's not that much to grind for in these FC Hub Season 2. I mean, I said this week on the other show that I was the first time ever I grinded my way up to level 40 because I, one, wanted to get the special cosmetic item, and two, there's plenty to do. Entry, all those steps in between was actually pretty cool. You get some cool packs, you got some cool packs, you got the loan bill, for example. The war decent for it. I think Malen or Grealish are definitely worth it. The rest, it's a bit of luck, and those 75 times 100 could be fun, but in a month from now, we are already way past Black Friday, so I'm expecting it to be full of fodder by the way there once we hit there. I do like the look of Ellie Carpenter, like I says, although if you look at some websites, it's not Ellie Carpenter on the actual dynamic image, but I checked in game, and that is the actual player in game as well. That brings us to a recording of about 20 minutes on a Thursday night. If we summarize it, I think the Robbie Keane card is actually pretty cool. It has some advantages and disadvantages. Definitely worth value. Not sure if it's a stay or a must-do SBC, but it's also not a bad SBC. I think definitely not a bad player. The Thauvin card, I would honestly do him, although I can't recommend it's a must-do because the value is decent, the player is reasonable, honestly. But then 30k on Fuller, might as well do him. The marquee matchups, just do them. And if you grinding the menus or grinding the game this week, you only have to get 35 points to get the added rewards. And of course, the hub or the season ladder, if you call it so, the season pass thingy. I don't think it is that good, although Male might be fun. That brings me to say you thank you everyone for sending in the questions to the quiz. Who is the who makes the most? I should say who makes the most tires in the world? Let us know. Drop us a review with that comment into it, and the winner gets one of these new fancy food and review caps. Which, of course, today I'm not wearing, but I was wearing them yesterday, and I will probably wear it tomorrow. While we give one away as well. I'm actually having one here still laying with the seals on it. So you all know this is a new one. It's coming from someone soon enough if you're looking at the video version. Thank you so much. We'll be back this Friday, of course, with episode, I think it's 635 already. Full-fledged episode. We also stream the Friday shows on YouTube, of course, youtube.com/foot in review. And it leaves me with one thing left to do. And I'll see you tomorrow. And it's time for me to drop it.
Drop it.
U
T.
U
T.
U
T.
U T
T.
T in you.